All right, I want your review of it.
So this is Halloween Kills.
Halloween Kills.
The freshest movie on the list.
Just made $50 million over the weekend at the box office. I got Peacock to stream it, and only to stream that. There's nothing else I'm interested in on there. I'll hike up my britches.
Well, you got them up
there. Review.
Right on your nipples.
All right. Yeah, they really can't get any higher.
Man, that's got to get you. That's a scrote cutter.
Okay.
You're cutting scrote.
Yeah. There it is.
It's unbelievable.
How much ballroom is in those jeans?
Yeah.
It's the biggest ballroom in the East Coast.
I like to...
That's the scariest thing I've seen all of October.
You got a seam on your seam.
You really should be watching. That's why people should watch the cameras. They don't know what they're missing.
I can't look. Put it back.
I like it to get it up there.
Get you a break. Look at the belt.
I know.
Get a new belt. Get a piece of rope and tie that thing in place.
I like that belt.
A man's belt should be in his midsection.
I like that belt. All right, Biggie, what's your review of Halloween Kills?
Okay. Compared to the 2018 Halloween, I liked it one pumpkin better.
One pumpkin better?
Yes.
Then, what did you give that one?
I gave it, I believe, 5.
5 pumpkins.
So I gave this a 6.
Okay.
And the only reason it bumped one up was that it had some great throwback scenes.
Exactly my thought. I thought the exact same thing.
I loved the throwback scenes. The rest of it, like that they flash back
to 1978.
Yeah.
And they've recreated somehow the Donald Pleasance character. I don't know how they did it, but he looks and sounds exactly like the real
They
Donald
deep fake him?
They might. I don't know. That's possible. But they have him on screen. It's a different... But they use his voice. It's really well done.
Yeah.
They sort of show, if you remember the very end of the first Halloween, 1978, Michael Myers is shot, and then he disappears. And Donald Pleasance looks down at the ground, and he's gone. It's like, oh, my God.
Oh, crap.
And then it's like, where is he? So you know there's going to be a sequel. Well, now they sort of say what happens here in the next 10 or 15 minutes after that. And that... It's really...
Which I thought was really good.
Brilliant.
So this movie opened very strong.
I thought the first 15 minutes of this movie was outstanding.
And then it just kind of went...
terrible.
Just downhill.
Yep.
And to me at this point, I mean, I never thought of him as like a super, like a super killer extra.
Right.
He has like it. I said in my review at this point, and you won't get this reference, Chris Kelly, but I said he's like Thanos in the Avengers movies. He's like unkillable.
Can't be killed.
He can't be killed. He kills everybody.
He does.
I mean, he's just killing people. But even when they think, I mean, in my mind, he was never like that kind of force.
The brilliance of the original Halloween was he was in the shadows. You never quite saw him.
Yeah.
It was so subtle and so good. And now he just walks from one person to the other and kills them. And it's violent. And it's like,
well, and the kills in this one are just have gone so over the top.
Violent.
I mean, yeah. At one point, he's using like
romance me, caress me.
Exactly. I need to be caressed.
But that's kind of what to me was the first Halloween. Yeah, this is just at one point he's basically using one guy as like just a knife, like cutting board. Like he pulls out a knife and just stabs
over and over
out of his kitchen knives. So I guess he finds ones he likes.
You
don't respect that craftsmanship?
I don't. The original, only 4 or 5 people die in the original, and it's so great. This one too, they do something else. Well, one thing I loved. They have character. The original 1978, she was babysitting little kids, Tommy Doyle and Lindsay Wallace, and those characters.
Oh, the Haddonfield Wallaces.
Yeah, those characters are back. Tommy Doyle is played by Michael Anthony Hall, Anthony Michael Hall, and Lindsay Wallace is played by the same actress that played her as a little girl.
Huh.
Which I was stunned. I looked that up.
Yeah.
It is the same actress. And one of the victims from the original in 1978, her father is the sheriff. And at that time was probably in his 40s. That character and that actor is back in his 80s, which I thought, wow, great nostalgia. I loved it.
And that's what I thought was so working so well with this movie.
Yep.
And then it just took that turn.
And, you know, Jamie Lee Curtis, her character's barely in it. She's in the hospital. And Tommy Doyle, played by Anthony Michael Hall, he like gathers the whole town. It's like, the evil dies tonight. And they become this whole mob mentality thing. And they try to get this message of the evil is truly in us. You know, he's brought it to us. And I said, I hated it. Sorry about COVID and everything here. I'm just
thank God I'm behind a shield.
As I said, the shield's been taken down.
I mean, I said to that, kiss my butt. This is awful. The first 15 minutes, the last 15 minutes, good. The middle hour, worthless.
Yeah.
I agree with you 100%.
If I could actually, because this is the first time I'd go back and probably revise Pumpkins, I'd probably drop the 2018 Halloween to a 4
and give this one a 5.
And give this one a 5.
I'll allow it.
And we'll note that.
Can we do that?
I'm allowing
we can do
that.
Yeah, we can do that.
That's exactly what I would do. I think I don't know. It's close for me. They're almost the same.
See, for me, just the nostalgia part gets one, and the bringing back the character, so that gives one bump for me.
Maybe 1978.
But I like that in this.
I do too. But
that's what this movie
needs. The
needs.
middle part was so bad.
Oh, no,
and
it
the
is.
acting is terrible.
Oh, it's not good acting.
I mean, terrible.
Yeah.
And I got in a fight with Whitebread over a discussion with Whitebread because he had told me before I watched, he's like, it's really good. And I wrote him and said, I didn't think it was really good. I thought it was mediocre at best. The acting was terrible. The throwback was okay. The nostalgia was good. But I wasn't scared once. I said I was hardly scared.
No, I wasn't. I was not scared at all.
And you know what he wrote back to me? He's like, at this point, it's not about being scared. It's just about watching violence and getting nostalgia. And I said, no.
Body count?
No, a horror movie has to scare you. I mean, it's a horror movie. If you're not scared, then what's
believe
the point?
me, we'll get to it. There was one I watched this. I think we'll save it for tomorrow. But
yeah,
that one made up for the weekend.
Well, and without giving too much away, because clearly it's a brand new picture, still in the theaters, streaming, etc. What did you think of the ending leading into what we know is already going to be the next picture?
I liked it.
Yeah, and we'll be there for
of course,
the next one.
Oh, I'm in. I can't wait. That's next Halloween. That's
next
year.
Without a doubt. Well, I got to wrap.
I'll do it.
I'll do it.
And I bet by then I'll have more fond memories of this one,
Me too. I'll be like, next year, a year from now, I'll be like, it's not as good as Halloween Kills.
Yeah.
When really, all along, you've only liked one.
The only one, you're right. The best one to me after the original Halloween is probably H2O, which was a 20-year throwback that's now 23 years old. And I liked it. I thought that was pretty good. That one did scare me a little bit. Totally different story. Jamie Lee Curtis was back for that one, but she said forget everything from part 2 on to 2018.
Well, that's what I'm playing by their rules.
I play by their rules too. But hey, you gotta give me some. You gotta give me a little bit something. You gotta scare me a little bit something.
So how many hitches you give it? How many belt loops?
Kelly? I give it 4. I give it 4 belt loops. There's my. You got it. That's 4 belt loops. That's 4 belt loops.
All the credibility I've gained, I just lost by you doing that.